Hey guys, welcome here. In this lecture we talk a little bit about the functions and a call stack. In this lecture we'll continue with call stack and I will also introduce you concept called scope. So let's start opening our coding editors and we will start again with debugging because debugging is very important. So make sure you have a breakpoint on the run up. Let's go to our debugger, let's run this and you can see here. So let's see our call stack. So you can see here first, we have a call stack here of anonymous functions. So this is basically our global functions. So this is everything here in an app.js that is executed, but basically there is no functionality here, just a few empty lines. Here is our app functions we are defining here, and then we are executing run app. So our call stack here is this anonymous function. Don't worry about it right now much. When we will run our application, we are adding our function context run up into our call stack. Okay, so when I will jump into, you can see here, we have here before our anonymous function, which is basically everything it's wrapping all we defined into this file. Then we went to our line 19 where we are executing our up function, which is adding this function into a call stack. All right, so let's continue. Now we are declaring here variables, we are assigning values there, and so on. You can see we are still inside of our run app, and you can see here we are on line 8 here. Then we'll go to the next line. You can see here now I'm on line 14, and so on. I'm still inside of my function. When I will jump inside of my say hello, now I'll be in a function say hello. You can see here now in the context we have this anonymous function. Then we have a run up, and then we have here say hello. As soon as I will execute say hello, I don't need this function context here any longer in my call stack. Okay? So when I will finish execution of function, this is kicked out and I will just run up. I will continue here, same as say hello here, and then I am outside of my run up. I'm not outside, but I'm on the last line. So when I will continue, there is nothing else, nothing left to execute here in a run up function, and this is kicked out also from a call stack. Then we have here just this anonymous function, so context, this outside context of a run up, and also we are here on the last line, so you can see this kicked out of a call stack and our program is terminated. So this is a call stack, how our functions added to a call stack when you are executing them. All right, perfect. So this is a call stack, and let's talk about a very similar concept or related concept called scope. Okay, so scope like this, scope. So what is a scope? When I will define here variable, let's explain on the variable. Let's define here variable. Let's call it let's scope, and I will assign here my scope value like this. This is my scope value. Now, when I want to get this value from my variable scope, I can get it inside of my other functions here inside. Okay, so I can reference this variable inside of my function run up. I can reference this scope variable inside of my say hello. I can reference it, okay, just there. All right. So my global scope is everything up here. Okay. Then I have here a couple of function scopes. So here is a function run up, and run up scope is just a scope of here. Okay, so this is my run up scope. Again, this is my global scope, everything here. And my say hello scope is only here. All right. So when I will define variables and I will assign their values in my global scope, I can access these variables in all of my functions here. When I will declare variable here, my first name, as you can see here, I can reference first name only in my run up, which is my function scope of my run up. And also I can reference this value in my say hello. Okay, so first name, when I want to access it, I can get here console log first name. And also I can get here console log of a first name in my say hello. No problems here, okay? Because I have here scope of a run up is this entire scope here. And this scope is also covering say hello. Okay, so that's why I can access here first name here and also first name here. Okay, but when I will define here into my say hello function, let's say const, let's say this will be first name 3. All right, and this will be hello world, doesn't matter really. Okay, I told you that we'll be using single quotes. All right, so now I have here a first name. I can access my first name 3 instead of my say hello, that's no problem. But as I told you, our function scope here is only our say hello here function. So I cannot access my console, my first name 3 outside of a say hello. So I cannot get here and say here console log me first name 3. This will not work. Okay, so that's basically it. We have here different scopes, and depending on a scope, I can access my variables. Okay, so first name 3 I cannot access here, and I cannot access here. All right, I cannot access here, and anywhere else because this is just because I declare this variable only in a scope of a say hello, and scope of a say hello is just here. Okay, so I cannot define it outside of this scope. If I declaring variable here in a run up, I can declare it in a run up and also in a say hello. When I'm declaring my variables in a outside of a scope here, I can access it everywhere. I can access it in a run up, so I can say here console log here scope. All right, and oops, and I can access also my scope inside of a say hello. There are no problems with this. Okay, let's see it actually. So let's get the breakpoint here. I will run this, and you will see now when I will try here, access here first name 3. You'll see what will happen here. You can see error, reference error first name 3 is not defined because it's not in a scope of my, it's not in a global scope, but it's defined only in a scope of a say hello. All right, so that's for a first name. I can remove this first name. Now we know that we cannot use first name 3 here, only in a scope of a say hello. Okay, let's continue. Let's go to a run up here. We have a first name, last name. All right, everything good here. We can access here first name. That's all right. We can access here scope. That's all right. You can see Philip scope, everything here. First name 3 here. What do you think? Of course, we'll get here error because first name 3 we can only access in a scope of a say hello. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's remove also first name 3. Now we know what's happening here. All right, let's continue and let's see. Okay, run up, everything is good here. Again, let's continue run one after another. Let's go to a say hello. Here we have a first name, last name. Okay, let's execute this function. So step into down arrow, and now we are assigning to first name 3 hello world. All right, console log first name is a Philip. Perfect. Console log first name 3 is a hello world, and console log scope is my scope. So you can see how here I can access all of these variables. So first name 3, and a scope because I am getting scope from my global context. That's all right, it's covering everything. Then I'm getting here first name 3, which is defined only in this scope here. That's all right. And then I'm getting here first name, which is a scope of a run up, which is covering also my say hello. Okay, so this is scoping, as you can see, and the same apply for functions. Okay, so I will stop execution here, and I will remove all this console log. I think now it's clear how scope works. All right, so I'll remove also this console logs here. All right, and also I'll remove the scope here. And let's create here a function. Let's say function, just simply call it hello, and I will say here console log hello world. Hello, oops, hello world. All right, and also first name 3 I will remove from here. We don't need it for now. You can of course keep it if you want to still have a reference to this code. But I will show you that the same applies with the function. So now I can access hello here. I can access hello here. All right. everything should work. So I will execute this. Now I will jump into the run app. I'll execute here, hello world was called, perfect. Now when I will execute here, say hello, this will execute hello world is here. So same applies for a function. Perfect. All right, then I will define this hello inside of the run app. I can only access my hello now inside of my run app, so I can access it here. And I can access it and say hello. That's all right because this is in a scope of a run app. So I will execute this. All right, so hello was executed, no problem here. Let's execute say hello, and it should be without any problems because we are in the same scope. Perfect. But when I would like to execute here now hello, outside of my context of my run app, this should throw an error. Okay, so when I will go here, outside of here, and now I'm trying to execute here hello, you will see, now I get here error hello is not defined. Okay, so you can see same applies for a variable, same applies for a functions. So I can freely remove this hello from here. I think now scoping is pretty much clear. I will keep here as a hello for you, so you can access it in resources of this lecture, so you can see how scoping is working. But if you follow this lecture, you should be now pretty familiar with the scoping. Okay, guys, so I think that should be it. And in next lecture, I would like to continue, and I would like to finally talk more about the const let, and I will talk about var. Okay, guys, so that should be it from this lecture, and let's continue in the next one. Cheers, guys.